morning. Welcome to The Morning Touch. I'm Darwin Campbell. The Morning Touch is brought to you by the Chaplaincy for the Homeless and the FSBC in Glendale. We're certainly thankful for the opportunity to have you spend a little bit of time with us this morning. This morning we're going to talk to you a little bit about the game of life. You know, when I think about the game of life, it's one of those games that I played growing up. And it was very interesting as you focused on what life is, what it means, and what it's all about. What we're going to focus on is the real game of life. That game that you and I live each and every day. Because one of the reasons why many of us don't play the game of life well is because we don't understand the origin of the game of life. And that's where we're going to start. I want to take you to Psalms 136, because to understand the game of life, you must first understand God. You must get to know God. When you know God, then you can begin to understand the origins of where you came from and where you are and where you're going. So first of all, Psalms 136, we're going to look at the first 6 verses. The Bible tells us, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love is eternal. Give thanks to the God of gods. His love is eternal. Give thanks to the Lord of lords. His love is eternal. He alone does great wonders. His love is eternal. He made the heavens skillfully. His love is eternal. He spread the land on the waters. His love is eternal. He made the great lights. His love is eternal. To rule by day. His love is eternal. The moon and stars to rule by night. His love is eternal." Those first few verses introduce us to God. The introduction that our God, this Jehovah, this Creator God, is a God who is sovereign, is a God who's not only sovereign, but he is a God who is supreme. What you have in the first part of Genesis is a description of our God. The creation in Genesis 1 lays out this God that I want you to know. So let me tell you about him. He is a God who is the God of gods. There's none like him. There's none before him. There will be none after him. He is all eternal, and he is ever present. And to understand this, you could but look around in nature and see, whether you're fishing at the lake, or whether you're standing on a mountaintop like I am right now, or whether you're just driving down the street, or you see the different species of birds, or you walk and you see the different plants and flowers. This can be attributed to that supreme God that I want you to know about. You see, one of the main reasons why we don't have a relationship with God, many of us, is because we really don't know the awesomeness and the power of God. Right here, standing on this mountain, in this open area, I can see and feel the presence of God. As I stand on this mountain, I see his signature on his creation. And my friends, that's enough for me. Without even looking into his book, I can see that God exists. I can see his hand all over his creation. He has left many trails of understanding for us in his creation. Whether we look at the sun or the moon, whether we gaze into the heavens, whether we look deep into the seas, God has left his signature on his creation. He has left us those little morsels of truth and understanding to help us understand his awesomeness and his power and his glory. But Psalms tells us this God is eternal. He's eternal for every word spoken in the first 9 verses. God is omnipotent. God is all-powerful. He is sovereign and supreme, and he rules over the universe and over all of his creation. And when we understand that, we have started a process where we can come in line with his will and understand what our purpose is in life. So as we examine this short series, I want 2 things to happen. One, I want you to get to know God. If you don't have a relationship with him or you don't quite understand, this series is designed to help you understand our God, his greatness, his sovereign, his power, his love. God has loved his creation since creation and the beginning. And therefore, let us understand that he has done all of what we see for us. All that we live, love, and enjoy in playing the game of life, God has provided a comfort means and measure for you and I to live and survive and be able to enjoy the presence of family, friends, and one another. So sit tight and follow me through as we let David describe the love of God, how it has existed from everlasting to everlasting. And when you understand his sovereign power, you too will ask that great question, Lord, in all of your greatness and glory and goodness and awesomeness, what can I do? What can I do? Use me, Lord, as an instrument to your glory. Make me part of your beautiful creation. Help me to communicate that wonderful message that you have created to the world and you've communicated to the world in your creation. Again, the Morning Touch is brought to you by the Chaplaincy for the Homeless and the FSBC in Glendale. I hope this is the start of your understanding of who our God is and how his love is eternal. Until next time, God bless you and keep you, and we'll see you again next time on The Morning Touch.